Hello, everyone. Welcome to our live session. Who is this gentleman standing beside me, you may ask? I know you guys have probably seen me before on some videos, and Trent, of course, and John, and Dr. Chris White. But this is our newest employee, Patrick Doyle.
It is. Yes, hello.
And he comes with his own fanfare. Every
Yes.
time he enters the building or, comes into a room, he's surrounded by fanfare of trumpets.
It's in my contract.
So, Patrick is, I think it's been over a month or something now.
Yeah, probably about 6 weeks that I've worked
Yeah. And he's working with us in the shop here in Kansas City, Missouri. And he's been doing sales and, everything, learning how to pack and ship trumpets and learning all our crazy mouthpiece line and all this good stuff, working with customers. And he's been great so far and still willing to
so
learn.
far, he said.
No.
There's still time.
So today, what we're going to be doing is showcasing a bunch of, we do these videos every once in a while, showcasing a bunch of new arrivals to the shop. And we've got some really cool things to show you today, including this guy right here, which is the B.A.C. Paseo model. Now, if you guys don't know B.A.C., they actually make trumpets and trombones here in Kansas City, about 12 minutes down the road from us. 12
minutes or so.
So, Mike Corrigan over there and all the people, Kevin and Bonnie, and they're really great people, and they hand make instruments here in Kansas City. So it made a lot of sense for us to start carrying their instruments. And I don't know if you guys saw the announcement. It was maybe a week or two ago where we announced that we were going to do a collaboration trumpet with them. B.A.C., I believe it was.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool, and we'll get to show you guys that when that's all gone through prototyping and all that fun stuff. But for now, we have the Paseo model. I actually don't know a whole lot about this instrument yet because we just got it recently, and then the other instrument that we got from them sold on the first day that we got it. So
That was the custom model.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But I believe the Paseo is a street in Kansas City, very famous street. And so they named this model after it. And I do know that it has a copper bell, as you can see by this bell here. This really cool polished accents. And this is their, they call it the antique finish, I believe. And then the slides as well are in a polished lacquer. So really, really awesome instrument. And I'm going to turn off my talking mic and let you guys hear that. Actually, Patrick will. So, as you guys can hear, pretty versatile instrument, great sounding trumpet. The bell in particular is like one of my favorite parts of this instrument because you can tell all the hand hammering and craftsmanship that went into this instrument. You can tell in the quality of the sound, But really cool, made here in Kansas City. Check it out. The listing is in the comments section of the video here. So yes, again, B.A.C. Paseo model. And now Patrick is going to be demonstrating another new arrival that we just got. Here, we'll swap places with you.
All right. right, why don't you tell us a little bit about this one, Kyle?
So this one we actually recently got in, and this is a Mike Vax model 3001 Getson trumpet. Silver plated, and it's pretty much in like new condition. Like there's no dings, no dents, no scratches, no nothing. Whoever played this horn before basically took really, really good care of it.
Yeah, very nice. It's in very good condition.
Of course, every Getson is known for their amazing quality on their valves, and this horn is no exception. I do know that this horn has a very lightweight gold brass bell on it, and it has a larger throat, if you can see on the flare of the bell there. So yeah, Patrick's going to play a little bit on this instrument. The other cool thing about this horn is that it comes with the original case, and the case is also signed by Mike Vax twice.
The case is in great condition too.
Yes, yeah, it's really good. Cool, I'm going to turn the talking mic off and let Patrick play a little bit for you guys on the Mike Vax Getson trumpet. So what do you think about the sound?
I love the sounds. I love the feel of it too. It feels very open, very, very free blowing, which I really like. I play a large bore Yamaha. B flat trumpet is my personal instrument, and this feels really good.
To me, I really liked the shape of the sound. It sounded like quite round to me, and even though we're in a small room and it's easy to fill up the room with the sound, but it really did fill up the room.
Yeah, I mean it has a great resonance to it. Yeah, I mean this is definitely a very nice instrument.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's pretty much in new condition. Comes with the case and everything. Great instrument from the Getson company. All right, what do we have next?
All right, next we have Bachstrad 37.
Reverse lead pipe.
Bachstrad 37, reverse lead pipe.
Cool. So we have gone through this instrument here and given it a full chem cleaning, and also given it a PVA, otherwise known as a precision valve alignment. Great instrument, standard Bach 37 minus the reverse lead pipe. Bach, again, Strad's known for their amazing core sound and their versatility. And this one is actually a serial number from a really good era. One of Trent's favorites, actually. And we've had a few Bachs come through the shop, whether it be in his collection or, that we're selling. And they've all played quite well. Other than that, I'll give it a play, and you guys can hear what it sounds like. Wow, I like this Bach a lot. actually. And I'm not a person that's very used to the change in resistance with the reversed lead pipe, but this one is actually quite free blowing, and some box get that kind of stuffiness in like the middle to upper register, and for this one was like pretty open, which was really great. Partially due probably to the PVA. Cool, but again, Box Strat 37 reverse lead pipe for sale at ACB. Check it out today. Listing is in the comments. Cool.
All right, what's next?
Gitson. Another Gitson. This one, not as an amazing as condition as the other one. It's still a fine instrument. Patrick played that as well. Oh yeah, so you should play the 37 as well. That'd be a good idea. You got the classical chops that I don't have. Oh, for anyone wondering, by the way, I'm playing on a relatively new mouthpiece that we had a custom made for me. And I normally play the CB, which is in our line, the Clifford Brown mouthpiece. But this one is the CB-B, if you can see that there. I don't know if it'll do. But so this is the Clifford Brown rim with our B cornet cup on it, which I find is really awesome. And just the standard S back bore.
Yeah, and just for reference as well, I'm playing on a two-piece Park mouthpiece, which is roughly equivalent to like a Bach 1.5C with the tone intensifier.
Intense.
For for more intense tone.
Nice tone there.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good trumpet. Very easy blowing. Yeah, not quite as much like resonance to the instrument itself as the Gitson that we showed previously, but yeah, definitely very nice.
Cool.
All right, now on to our next Gitson.
Gitson number 2. Gitson Eterna.
Gitson Eterna. So this, as you can see, we've got the little thumb trigger here.
Same valve section as the last instrument as well, or the last Gitson. Sorry, not the Bach.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's give it a play. High E's not slotting quite as well as I'd like, but it's sort of the wrong.
So what do you notice in differences between this Gitson horn and the Mike Vax model that we had previously demonstrated?
The Mike Vax model, it feels a little bit bigger. It feels a little bit. I wouldn't say this one is hard to play at all, but it doesn't have quite the openness. The sound, I feel like the sound is a little bit more compact.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, there are definitely some differences, but you can kind of hear that, they have a similar sound profile overall. But yeah, I mean, for me personally, I like the Mike Vax horn better, but I could definitely, see myself playing this.
Right, but that's also reflected in the price of the instrument.
Mhm.
They're a couple like $1,000 off.
Which you can see in the listings in the comments.
But still, I mean, a great instrument for someone who's maybe a comeback player, maybe someone who doesn't want to spend a ton of bread on like a new Adams, a new Shog roll, something like that. Or if you wanted a horn that you could take on gigs without having to worry about if someone knocks it over.
Sure.
Or something. That's always scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely, I don't feel like the horn is really like holding me back in any way, and that's kind of really what I look for in a trumpet. It's like, can I kind of forget about what I'm playing, and I feel like I could just play this without really having to think too hard about like what I'm doing at the time. Do you want to give it a try?
I'm good. I'll just go to the next.
Next.
And I'll swap places with you here.
All right.
Cool. So this next instrument is a Con Vintage 1, and this one has the rose brass bell on it, which is pretty cool. It's in lacquer, and it has actually a good amount of nickel trim on the slides. The cool part about this horn is that it does come with some accessories. It comes with an additional tuning slide, and I believe it's a little more rounded as opposed to this traditional, D shape. And it also comes with, they call it like the modular valve system, I think. Basically, it changes the top caps, the finger buttons, and the bottom buttons, so you can change different weights and mix and match according to what you want out of the sound and the feel of the instrument. Yeah, I mean, quality instrument for sure. Has a lot of wear around the contact points, but in general, the lacquer is in good shape. No complaints here. Cool, I'm going to turn the talking mic off and let you guys hear what this horn sounds like. Wow, I really like the sound of this instrument.
Nice.
Better than all the other ones I had played previously, actually. The sound of this horn is really cool. And I actually really dig the weight of this horn, which is something that maybe some people don't think about when they're buying an instrument. It's not exactly, maybe not the weight. I'm thinking of like the feel in my hand. Like, it's not so light, but it's not super heavy at the same time. Actually, a lot of times with horns, since I have like bigger hands, I'll have trouble getting my hand into like the ring or saddle or something like that. But this one is actually positioned well enough that it feels super comfortable. That's another thing to think about for those of you out there when you're trying to buy an instrument. That's one of the things that we tell customers is to try. How does it feel in your hand?
Yeah.
Because it's something you might not think about, especially if you're gonna be playing it for a long time,
Right.
like a 3-hour gig or something, it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, this really
you
does
want
not
to
feel
be
comfortable.
comfortable,
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly like that. So yeah, the Con Vintage one again, rose brass bell with the extra tuning slide and the modular valve cap system. Cool. Moving on. Aha. Yamaha Xeno.
Nice.
Cool. Patrick's turn. I believe this is just the standard yellow brass bell on this one. Looks like. With the reverse pipe.
Yeah, so we got a reverse lead pipe on this as well. Yeah.
Standard Xeno. And pretty good shape too. Minimal dings, dents. Silver plate looks in quite good condition.
Yeah, there's
mute dings or something.
there's a little bit of, of kind of signs of use here around the bell, but yeah, generally pretty decent. We've got and you can see in the listing we have some photos of this as well. Hi, Trent.
Hi.
Trent, I'm sure Trent is coming in to yell at me.
No, this is Patrick's first live video. He's doing stellar. I'm actually watching on like 3 different channels at once. I hosted a watch party on my personal
that's
page.
awesome.
So you guys are getting great thumbs up, and I also brought another horn for you guys to demo. So if you guys want to hear something in the shop, maybe we can pull it out. But these are all the newest arrivals, and Patrick is actually the newest of all arrivals. So thanks for joining. Keep having fun.
All right, yeah, yeah. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I think that was Alpen Symphony. So yeah, so I actually took the photos for the listing on this, and so some of the things you'll see, there's just a little bit of wear like around the side here where it's been set down, and the bell on this one has a little bit of a
Ever
curve
so slight,
to
yeah.
it. It might be difficult to see, very slight little adjustment there.
Again, Xeno trumpets, very reliable, Yamaha, great company. Again, in the same kind of vein as the B.A.C 37 that we played earlier, just a pretty solid instrument all around.
Yeah,
Good
sure.
for, concert band, jazz band, especially high school students who need to do, everything, marching band, although I wouldn't march probably with something as they.
Probably probably not with the Xeno, but you could.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
Cool. We'll turn off the talking mic and
play
Patrick
some
can
notes on it.
Play some notes. I like it.
Yeah, so really nice. I really like the sound on this. Of course, as a a Yamaha player myself, this felt really comfortable to me. Sound has a little bit of brightness to it, which I like, and very very clear. The clarity is something I really like about the Yamaha sound. The low register feels really easy to just comes right out. Yeah, I mean it just feels really easy and nice to play. How did you think it compares to?
I think it
to the
fit
other
you
ones?
really well compared to, like, for example, the Eterna.
Mm-hmm.
It fit, I think, your sound profile a lot better. But again, because you're probably used to playing on Yamaha instruments.
And yeah, playing on Yamaha instruments and coming from, a very classical background, I don't really play jazz at all. And in terms of like improvising, I'm just not gonna. Kyle's your guy for that. He'll play in a section or something. But yeah, and so it's just kind of the sound concept that I've developed is really, it's well suited to this particular instrument.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Cool. Oh, now I get to have fun with this horn. Cool. So next up, and we'll swap. This is the Adams. Let's see, the A3. Yeah. So the cool thing about the A3, other than the fact that, again, a reverse lead pipe horn, is that it has a really cool bell. The bell thickness is 0.60 on this, which actually helps to rein in the instrument a lot. And it gives it again, me with my feel. I really like how this horn feels in my hand as well. The cool thing about the A3 is that it has really nice like targets to the notes. So it really goes where it wants to go. It's like, okay, you want to play this note, boom, that's like where it's gonna go, which is really awesome. We actually sell a lot of these to a lot of like comeback players for that exact reason, because they need an instrument that can help them, just pick out the partials.
Yeah. When I was going through and playing, just all of the Adams trumpets, when I first started working here, they make, 11 like production line B-flat trumpets before you start customizing every single part of the instrument. The 3 was one that I really enjoyed playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Cool. Well, I'm going to turn off the mic here and let you guys hear this Adams A3 trumpet. As you can see, again, really easy to get around on this instrument. Part of that is due to the fact, it's an Adams horn.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I'm really biased because I've played them for 10 years now. I don't know.
Nice.
But, I love Adams quality, everything handmade in the Netherlands. So the quality of the instrument helps a lot with how the instrument's going to play, obviously.
Yeah, and I could really hear, I don't know how it's coming through over the microphone, but here in the room with Kyle, you can definitely hear what he's talking about with, in terms of how the horn slots notes, especially compared to the vintage one. There's a lot more, kind of slotting to the instrument, and that's, depending on what you want to do, that's going to be, a big plus, or,
Or some people don't like it.
For some of the jazz stuff
Exactly.
that Kyle's playing, I could hear it. It was kind of pushing him into a certain direction. But yeah, definitely, if that's something that you're looking for, then this horn, you can hear the difference.
Which is partially why Adams makes so many different models of trumpets, because everyone's different. Some people may love the sliding of this horn, some people may not.
Yeah.
Let's hear you play this same thing, since I was just playing some noodles on it. Again, Patrick on the Adams A3 trumpet.
Play some Bordoni. Yeah, it feels good. Kind of has, to me, just kind of a similar sound to the Xeno I was just playing. Yeah, and so some of that's probably in the reverse lead pipe, kind of a similar feel to it. And yeah, you can definitely feel that it's kind of putting you in those slots.
Cool, man. All right, so we're gonna move on to some C trumpet now, which you do not want to hear me play. So we'll make Patrick play this horn. This is the B.A.C 229, I believe.
239.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, so this is a B.A.C 25A 239 bell, and I was going through some of our listings today to kind of update them and just sort of kind of revise them and some of the older stuff. And so this one is actually, it's been in the store for a while, which is surprising because it's a great instrument. And yeah, so I started playing on it, and I was expecting it to be a little bit stuffy. When you get up around E flat, towards the top of the staff.
Pretty characteristic.
Trumpets can get like really kind of weird in that area, and I didn't really feel anything like any issues there. And we did align this one as well, I believe, and so that's gonna help with that.
And you can see on the third slide here as well, has been completely rebuilt, which is really awesome, and it works quite well now.
All right, yeah, I'll play some stuff on it for you. Gonna pull the tuning slide out a little bit. We'll see if that helps. Yeah, so it's it's a good, easy to play, sounds good.
There's not something you generally think of with C trumpet, right? Like easy
yeah,
to
usually
play,
usually with C trumpet, and that's kind of an issue with my own personal journey with my C trumpet. I got a C trumpet, sort of sight unseen off of eBay. It was $1,000. There was a reason for that. So. Yeah, so I put a bunch of work in it, and now it plays how I like. But this one, just I picked it up, and it felt pretty easy to play. And the intonation is really kind of between intonation and like how it feels to play it, especially in this register. it feels easy. Yeah, I think this would be, this would be a good like first C trumpet. It would be good for someone who's like thinking about, oh, maybe like I want to try a C trumpet, but you don't want to get a bad one, and you don't want to spend $3,000-$4,000 for one that is going to be solid. This one now it's going to be solid. I would, I would definitely I would play this on gigs for sure. It's got that great box sound that kind of
Right.
your standard C trumpet sound, and you don't have to pay an arm and a leg for it.
There you go.
All right.
All right, and one more.
Well, yeah. So now we're gonna have Kyle's gonna play some Flugelhorn for you.
What's that?
What is a Flugelhorn, Kyle?
Funny looking trumpet. No, it's complete. We need to get the sign. No feels so good.
How good does it feel?
So this is a relative. I think within a day or two, this horn showed up into the shop, and this horn is, again, like the Mike Vax horn that we demonstrated earlier. For whoever didn't see the video, we have a Mike Vax 2001 model Getson trumpet.
Super nice.
That's like basically brand new as well, and this is the Yamaha, I believe, 8315G Flugelhorn, and the G obviously standing for gold brass, and you can see that the bell as the different material than the rest of the horn, which is some nickel and some yellow brass as well. This horn is awesome. I play an Adams Flugel, so I'm a little biased. But if you're looking for another professional, like top-end, high-quality Flugelhorn, this Yamaha instrument is for you as well. And I'm going to be playing it on the Austin Custom Brass, a custom mouthpiece again, surprise, as the CB rim with the MDF cup. And for those of you who don't know, we do make 3 different depths of Flugel cups in our line. We make the standard depth, which is, for some players, they like that more shallow, if they're playing in maybe big bands or pit orchestras or something, and they need to cut a little more. The medium deep is kind of the middle of the road, by far our most popular selling Flugel depth for sure, and it gives you a good mix of playability and to get around the horn, and then the sound. So it's not so deep that it's like super hard to play, or it plays like out of tune, like flat.
Yeah.
And it's not too shallow, so you get really nice sound, really nice playability. And then the third one is our deep cup, which obviously sounds incredible, but it might not be the best if someone's trying to play like a big band gig for 2 hours or 3 hours or something.
It's real deep.
Cool. So I'm going to turn off the talking mic and let you guys hear the Yamaha Flugelhorn. Yeah, quite a warm sound. A lot of that probably has to do with the bell material, gold brass, adding a little more copper content to the metal than your standard yellow brass, giving you a little darker sound shape. Really nice, high quality instrument. The valves feel amazing on this horn.
Yeah, love Yamaha valves.
Yeah. Cool. Again, near mint condition Yamaha 8315G Flugelhorn.
Yeah, it's in such good condition. It was almost impossible to photograph because it's like you get so much like kind of reflection off of the bell. It's just like, yeah. So we kind of had to work on that one. It's that good.
Awesome, guys. Well, again, this has been a demonstration of some of the new arrivals here at ACB. I'm Kyle, and this is Patrick, our newest employee.
It's in my contract.
With the Patrick fanfare.
Yeah.
So again, guys, thanks so much for watching, tuning in. Be sure to check out our web store, and if you guys have any questions about any of the horns you saw today, feel free to shoot us an email, call us here. Come to our shop in Kansas City. We'd love to have you here. There's really good barbecue.
Yeah. You can play all these horns.
Barbecue and trumpets.
Assuming we still have them in stock when you get here.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great weekend.